Okay guys, we got done building the system up. We got a beautiful system here right now. A couple of questions that came in since I posted it. First of all, I'm doing it, this is an individual project for myself, but really I'm doing it for my friends and family, okay? And the mainstream guys, this has nothing to do, it's not official AMD anything, it's just all me. Second thing is the chassis. People are wondering what the chassis this is. It's called the CM Stacker, but I guarantee you they got something comparable up there. You know, Cooler Master and any of my other partners, Antec and Thermaltech, all those guys. They all have great chassis now. Third, the graphic card I have in here is a 3870 graphic card. I mispronounced the graphic card, but it's 3870 graphic card. Great card. We got a bunch of new stuff out now. We got the 4890 and then the 4870, 4050 X2s, fantastic cards. But we're going to get started here now, and we're going to load up the Vista OS, okay? And I'm going to go through loading the Vista, and because it takes a long time, I'm going to probably do some time clips on this thing so you guys can see it. And then we're going to load up the drivers, and then we'll check the BIOS, see if it is the latest BIOS that's available, okay? And I'll show you how to do that, okay? So let's get started. We're going to turn the system on. When the system comes on, you're going to see a screen come up. More than likely, you're going to see a screen come up. It's going to give you options. See F12 right there? So at F12, it goes into the boot menu, because what I want to do is be able to load it from the CD-ROM. So I'm going to open up my CD-ROM up here, take out my my Vista disk, put it in here, close it down, and then I'm going to go down to CD-ROM, and that's my boot. So it should start up into that, and say yes. Boot from CD-ROM, and then probably give me an option. Okay, booting from CD-ROM. Then I hit any key to continue. So make sure you do that. Otherwise, it'll cycle through and don't do that. So pretty straightforward, and we're going to go right into loading this. So what I'm going to do is, so it's easy for you guys to see, I'm going to zoom in on the screen, so you don't have to worry about seeing me. Worry about seeing the screen. Okay. So here we go. Okay, when it's loading up, this takes a few minutes, so you can go ahead and keep an eye on this thing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in little time slots again as things are loading up. This is kind of the boring part of it, but it shouldn't take too long. It should take about 20-30 minutes to load this entire thing. We'll find out here shortly. Okay, still loading up. Okay, here we go. Alright, so that's a good sign. Windows is coming up. And it's going to be one of the first things it's going to do is going to ask me to enter the code, enter the product number. Okay, we got the screen up here. Okay, pretty straightforward. It took a few minutes. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to select, obviously, I'm using English here for me, US, everything else. So I'll just hit next. Start the installation now. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're still waiting here. Okay, now here, we got the product key here. We're going to load that up next. Alright, so I'm going to enter the product key. Okay, so let's enter this thing. Okay, let's try again. And I clicked here, left this clicked here to automatically activate Windows. So actually, I think the very last thing I actually had the 4 and A mixed up. Okay, so this should do it here. So now we're going to enter the key in here, goes to the next step, and we should be rock and rolling here. Okay, I'm going to accept the licensing terms here, hit next. And this is just a cleanup here. It's going to be a custom advanced install clean copy of Windows. So I click that. I'm going to do partition. I have the drive in there. Just hit next. And then now it's a little bit of wait time. It's going to copy the files, expand the files, install the features, install the updates, and then completing installation. So this takes a little time, and let's go through a cycle here. Okay, we come up to the select the pictures. So first of all, you want to type in a name in the Windows setup screen here. So whatever you want to type in, I'm going to type in John. I'm not going to put a password. Then I'm going to select a little image. I used to have a golden retriever, so I'm going to hit that for golden retriever. I'm going to bring up, that's the icon will come up. And then you have options and backgrounds. So I'm just going to click this one. It's a little bit more interesting. Next, and then I would definitely do the recommended settings here. There's no reason why not to. Next step would be selecting thing. I'm actually Central Time, so I'm going to select Central Time. Okay, and the date and everything seems to be good. Time. I'm going to hit Next and Start. So now it's going to go through. It'll boot it up for the first time, and more than likely, it's going to ask to reboot a few times. So, not too painful. Pretty straightforward. Please wait while Windows. Okay, I'm going to wait. Alright, so now it's going to, this is hurry up and wait time. It'll go through all this and I'll give you some little tips about what's unique about Vista. And Vista Ultimate, which we've loaded here. Okay, there we go. It's coming up now. We got the initial screen. And I'm going to go ahead and right-click right outside here and bring up Personalize. And right here it says Display Settings. I'm going to see this monitor can take. That is the right one. Actually, yeah. So I think this monitor is not very high end. So that's the maximum it's going to take. So I'm going to do that just so I can see the screen a little clearer. Okay. We're going to probably have to do that again. Okay, let's close that down. Alright, now we got things set up here. I'm going to go into, this is your main welcome screen you'll see when you load up boot up system each time. I'm going to hit more details, and I'm going to go ahead and look, but I want to look at the device manager first of all, and see all the things that, so I see the VGA, which we know it would be. Realistic, this is the network adapters, okay? Well, that's expected right now because we have not loaded up the drivers that came with the system. So, and also you can see the personal index. It's actually giving me a very high rating, 9.5 for CPU and RAM. We've got 4 gig in there, and the hard drive. So we're in pretty good shape here, but the graphics is very low, and that's really due to we haven't loaded the drivers yet. Once we do that, things should really pick up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back out here, guys. We'll see a little bit more what's going on here. Okay, so now we got the disk that came with the system. Okay, it's a Gigabyte, utility disk that comes with it. Pretty much every drive is going to come with this thing. So take this out. We're going to pop it in DVD again. Remove the Vista disk that we had in there. Pop it in and see what it asked for. Okay. Okay, it's going to take a second. It's reading the drive right now. And let's see what comes up.